Hey, happy thriving Thursday, everybody. Hey Vea, hey Reality, hey Yolanda. How was y'all week? Let me know. Hey Kayla, how was your week? Let me know. How was your week? Any plans for this weekend? Let me know. All right, so for those that do not know me, I'm Miss Malvina. Happy Thriving Thursday. I'm also make an announcement once everybody comes on, okay, to give y'all a new update for now, okay. All right, so I can say I did. The vehicle was recovered, so that is we just wait now just to see what the insurance company do. So it was located, so that's some good news, okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to bring up the topic. All right. So this week, hey, Mayel. So this week we're going to talk about don't no matter what, don't lose hope. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep pushing forward. Okay. Thank you, Val. Thank you. It was because it had some damages. We just don't know what the insurance company going to do as far as that. I do have a rental right now, so we'll just see how that goes, okay, as far as that. But they're no longer riding around in my vehicle. Okay, so that's a good thing. All right, how was y'all week? Any good news? Anything going on this weekend? How was your Father's Day weekend? Let me know. All right, so let's get right into the topic. All right, so we're talking about don't no matter what, don't lose hope. So what does losing hope mean to you? You can also put that in the chat. And I have up here, it can feel like it's yeah, me too, Vea. Hey Antonio. Hey Miss Michelle. We're talking about not not losing hope, not giving up, okay, no matter what. Oh, I know that's right, Maya. Where you go at? Tell me how y'all week was. Did y'all what any plans y'all got this weekend? How was y'all Father's Day weekend? Let me know. So with losing hope, it can feel like it's not worth to keep trying. It's too much getting in the way to succeed. Am I worthy of this? And why is it taking me so long to get this or get through this? And or it is too much. Okay. Yeah, Vea. Yup, Vea. Yup. Oh, I know that's reality. I thought you was already in ATL. Oh, you going back? Antonio was busy. Girl, Maya, them biscuits, them rolls at Texas Roadhouse with that butter. You giving me an idea. I might have to go to Texas Roadhouse. I haven't been in a long time. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna make an announcement that I probably have to make it again. This is gonna be our last Thriving Thursday until September. For the summer. We got Youth Works coming up July the 10th. So and we have a something else, another situation coming up next week. So this will be our last Thriving Thursday until September, y'all. So I just wanted to let y'all know. So anybody that's watching the replay, we taking a little break, but we will be back. Okay, I'll probably see y'all throughout the summer for the youth work program. So you came back Monday because I had. Oh, okay. Oh, and thanks for college. Okay, wait a minute, Reality. Let me find out you trying to move down there now. Yolanda, my week is good. I've been doing that's good. I know. I just found out myself this week, so it's just been. I'm like, but let me go ahead and get on here. I know, but you might see as you doing youth works, you might see me in the well. I know some of y'all will see me in the summertime, and we'll be back in September. Okay, so we talk. Give me your feedback on what it means to lose hope. Okay. You doing okay? Been going good and busy. Yeah, mine's been busy too. After they found the car, I had to go look at the damages, take pictures, and stuff like that. Go through the paperwork, send over information. So I've been busy doing that. And I also was able to get a rental so that I can get around. So that's a blessing. So now it's just a waiting game to see exactly what the insurance company says about it. as far as the damages. Kayla said, I meant, okay, wait a minute, I went down to get, oh, I know that's right, Van, because what you doing, summer classes, or you starting in the fall? Yeah, and Kayla, you're right. It's like losing hope means like you're giving up. Okay. And this topic came about because that's how I mean, I like to talk about things that I actually can talk about as far as experience. And that's how I felt. Not where I wanted to like take my life or anything, but it was like every time I'm trying to do something, every time I try to move forward, something pushing me 2 steps back. So that made me feel like, well, maybe it's not even worth. I mean, somebody just took my vehicle. Now it's like putting me behind on the goals that I need to succeed. But it just go to show you that some things obstacles are going to come in your way, but that doesn't mean you just give up or throw in the towel. Some things is worth fighting for. I mean, not physically fighting, but doing the steps and the things you need to do. I had made a post that Friday on Facebook and everybody shared it. It was recovered. I didn't know it was recovered on Friday. So they had it from Wednesday night to Friday. My insurance company called me on Monday and told me. So, and happy Juneteenth, y'all. I know it's past, but happy Juneteenth. I'm waiting for the summer. Right, it's a little cool. Hey, how are you, Tanner? It's a little cool now. The weather is weird, y'all. What about them guys that went down in that submissile? Y'all, I think they went down there. I don't know what what to say about it, but I guess they went down there and they wasn't really thinking that they was going to lose their lives. I don't know if they have lost their lives. They was hopeful that they could go down here, actually be put their eyes on the Titanic or whatever, or the wreckage and everything, or the area where the wreckage was, and be able to come back and tell people how it was, the experience, and they in that little submissile. So I definitely send prayers to their family, them. I hope they are okay. Just not sure. Okay. Oh, okay, Bear. I got Cam gave me your address too. What? Mayo, no. I didn't hear that. Yeah, it's sad. It really is. Let me drink something. It was really sad. I hope that they are okay. But who's to say? I mean, they said they didn't have any oxygen as of this morning. So I don't know. Maybe it's a miracle. I mean, I would like to even maybe find the thing itself. Hey, Shalom. Yeah, I didn't hear that. So what was it, a home invasion? What was that? Let us know. I ain't hear about it. I don't even look at the news, y'all. I need to start looking at the news. So anyway, let me get back. We talking about not losing hope, not giving up, don't lose hope. Okay. So can y'all think or mention a time where you were or you felt that you lost hope? Okay, so wow. So make sure you can put that in the comments. I just told y'all my situation with this car. I was thinking that my car is gone. I would never get it back, or by the time I get it back, or they say something about it, they done paid the car off, and now I'm in something else. So that's how I felt. I was losing a lot of hope because it was becoming like a lot of strain, a lot of obstacles, a lot of tension that was going on around that situation. Some guy shot the firefighter because he didn't save their. Oh my God, that was here in Maryland. Lord, you can't, y'all. This is a trying time. You definitely got to be careful. You can't even just go to work and try to do your job. It's too much, y'all. It's too much. So it says what causes a person to okay. What causes a person to lose hope? You can tend to lose hope when you're experiencing loss over time from death, divorce, if you're going through that. Even if you're not a person that's married, maybe watching your parents or your grandparents go through a divorce, and changing your life, from losing a job, aspects of our identity. When we allow the grief from the loss to overpower us, then it tends to make us hopeless. And it can tend to have hopelessness set inside of us. So at times we are unable to control it, but holding on too long to the grief can definitely increase the feeling of hopelessness as well. So something like me, that's why people say whatever you was working on before you lost your car, focus on the goals that you were working on before that. And then let the car situation say a prayer and let it work itself out. Some things we don't know why they happen, but everything has a reason behind happening. We might not know right then, but to just, hey Shane, how are you? We're talking about don't lose hope, and as leaders, we definitely feel that, like I said last week, we are human. So we hurt, we feel depressed, we feel sad, we get angry just like the next person, but we are looked at as a role model, and people are looking up to us to make the right decisions and and do things in the right order and in decency. Okay, I'm doing okay. That's good. I'm doing okay. So definitely in the chat, tell me if it was a time that you felt hopeless, or you felt the time where you just wanted to give up hope.
I felt hopeless before.
Ain't nobody asked. Okay, y'all. So here we go. Here, as far as in the business, there may be a time, like as a leader in a business, where you may be overwhelmed with duties, or might feel like you can't succeed in your business, and it seems like the sales aren't coming in. Nobody seems interested in your business products. Your colleagues don't seem motivated, and you may feel like this business or this job may be a complete failure. I can say from that, I have experienced that with doing my paparazzi jewelry. Sometimes you get on there and I do a live, and I might not make anything. Sometimes I can make a few dollars. Sometimes I can go overboard that I didn't even think that I could make that much in it for that one time, where if I'm on there for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, or however long. And I say, well, is this really worth it? Should I find something else to do? But no matter what, I still get on and show out and show up, because you never know. People are actually watching you. You don't know. They don't always say something. They might not always buy from you. They might not always come to your events or show no type of support. But there is somebody somewhere, somehow, watching you work, watching you never give up, never throwing the towel on your business, because you got to remember why you even started the business, why you even got this job or got into this career or this type of field, and remember your purpose, remember your why. What you did to get to this point in this life, as far as in your business or in a business perspective. So that's where a lot of times I have to think back. I like doing my paparazzi jewelry because it's flexible. I can sell it from my car. I can sell it from my living room. I can do it on my website. I can do parties, jewelry parties. I can do it from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, messenger parties, all kinds of things that I can add, Zoom, all types of things to make my sales. I can do vending events. I can set a table out up front in my yard and sell it. So it's always ways to make money through it. And then it's something that I enjoy doing. So that's another thing. So any business that you got going on, it can become overwhelming. It can sometimes where you don't feel like you're making enough money in it. And it's okay, because you have to realize everybody got something going on. But what I looked at is you have like Amazon. Not all the time do Amazon sales probably be up. It seemed like it, but sometimes their sales are probably low. Now the holidays, they go all the way up. Everybody want to order something from Amazon. But after the holidays, maybe round into tax time, the sales might be up. But then come after that, it kind of may slow down or die down a little bit. But the owner of Amazon, or the CEO, keep on producing, keep on, doing what they have to do. We never even see them miss a beat. So I look at stuff like that. Think about Chipotle. Sometimes more people may be buying more. I love my bowls, y'all. Might be buying more of the Chipotle bowls. Other times they might not. Some people may be doing catering events with it. Other times they may not. We would never see them really skip a beat like right away. They just keep on coming up, showing up, keep on showing up, and people won't eventually come and buy something. Okay. So I'm here to tell you to keep working your business, keep whatever career field you in, whatever business thing you got going on. If you're thinking about starting a business, whatever your vision is for your business and your purpose, make sure you keep that up front. Things and obstacles are going to come. Sometimes it's going to feel like, why am I doing this? Is it worth me doing this? Should I be doing this, or should I find something else to do? Those are type of the things that you would think about, even with working. We get a good job that we like. We try to secure that, because that job history definitely helps us out in the long run. So having a job security, that comes along with making sure your credit straight, your finances, saving. Later in life, you might want to buy yourself a car, buy a house, and all that type of thing. That type of thing. She not here. Those type of things are definitely something that you want to keep going. Okay, so don't ever give up on your business. Never give up on your work, on your career. Once you get into something, make sure you stick to it. Okay, it's going to come with obstacles. It's going to come with days you don't feel like going to work, days you don't want to help your coworkers or your colleagues, days you may have people on your team that's not pulling their weight. Times where you feel that you're not being a good leader in a business, or at your job as a supervisor, or when it's time to do a project at school or college and things of that sort. So I'm just here to tell you that just to keep working your business, keep working at your job, your career. If it's something you don't like, maybe you can make some little changes, or adjust some things, but don't give up whatever you did. So it's saying, like, keep up the good work. With any business, you definitely have ups and downs. Like I said, there'll be times when it seems everything is going wrong instead of right. You got to keep pushing. Okay. And when they say with push, it says push. It says pray until something happens. So that's what they said it when you break down the words push. So definitely stay focused and remember your reason and purpose behind the business or your job or career. You also have to know quitting or losing hope is not the answer. We may need, like I said, you may need to adjust or shift some things in reference to the business or your job, as far as the audience, the product, your prices, if you can change it. The colleagues may need to be changed or reassigned, or try to receive feedback from others. Asking. I know sometimes I would ask my team members, is it things that I'm doing wrong, or some things that I can change, because I'm human? Maybe don't like my approach. Maybe don't like the way I show things, or my goals, or my contributions that I give. So make sure you ask for feedback. That definitely helps as well. If you notice, when you buy things, Amazon, these clothing stores, these shoe stores, a lot of times a survey link is on your receipt. They send it to your email, to your phone. Even when you call T-Mobile and AT&T and Sprint and all them, they even send you a survey and ask you to give feedback on how their customer service was. So when you're dealing with these jobs and your businesses and things, and being in these leadership roles, you might have to get feedback from people to see if it's some things that you might need to adjust or change. Okay. But however, a business, you must keep going. Like I said, think about Amazon, think about Gap, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, just to name a few places. Do you believe they always have good business? Sometimes things may slow up for them, but they don't choose to close on Tuesday because they didn't make a good amount of money on Monday. They keep pushing, and even add other options, to the menu to increase their sales. I know, like Amazon, they have went and started. Now they're starting to offer you Afterpay. So if you want to still order something from them, and your money might not be right, you can break it down into installments, 4 equal installments, and pay. So they still trying to make a way where you buy from them, or you patronize their business, where they doing DoorDash. You can still order if you can't come into the store. And, even the market's doing the services where people can go and actually do marketing for you, bring the groceries to your door. So they're trying every way to patronize their audience or their customer base. Okay. Miss Michelle said the man that shot the family firefighter was a former Prince George's County who shot the Baltimore County. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. And people think that's going, and now it wasn't the man probably did all he can do. That's another thing. People have to realize when you in these jobs, those jobs can be dangerous. It's firefighters. I mean, any job now. We know it's just not safe out here. Firefighters, police officers, when they leave their homes, they don't know if they're going to make it back home. Even teachers. I mean, just be for real. Students, we don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't know if they're going to make it back home that night or whatever like that. You just don't know. These guys that's in that submissile, they didn't really believe. I mean, they signed a waiver, but it's the same time, I don't think they really looked at the whole thing. And then they're adventurous, so they didn't know that they wouldn't make it back whatever time and day they were supposed to be back. So people just, and they take their a lot of anger and their hurt and bitterness out on people, and they don't realize, okay, you lost your family or friend, and now doing this, you didn't cause another person some harm. But the man might have really, honestly, and I'm quite sure that he was really trying his best to save that person's life. When we don't know, if we're not a really firefighter, we don't know how it is to go in there, and you can't do things if it's going to cause you harm. You're going to try your best to say, hey, Miss Lee, we're going to try our best to save the person, but that don't mean we can't put ourselves in harm's way, but we're going to try our best, because they don't want a bunch of catastrophes or losses of life. So, it's like they don't know what they had to go. It could have been too hot. The floor could have been getting ready to cave in, the walls, and they telling the person, you just got to leave. You got to listen to the orders of your supervisor or the lead firefighter in charge, however it worked. I was trying to be a firefighter, but I couldn't do the height thing for me. But I'm just saying, you definitely, people just don't know the circumstances or what is going through their minds at that time. You just don't know. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Maya. People are definitely inconsiderate. Yup. Yeah, the firefighter has a family they have to go home to. Police officer, I ain't saying all of them good, some of them we have a little shady, but most of them, some of them, they come out, they put their life on the line. They probably going through a lot of mental illness and a lot of anxiety, because you never know, they could just shoot you just because you got a uniform on. Now this person that went to the man's house and, shot him because he couldn't save their family or friend. Or, it's just like, wow, I understand you hurt and upset, and a lot of times people act off of emotions. I could have did the same thing last week. I was so angry that them guys or whoever it was, I couldn't see my car's tenant, was riding up and down my block, flying in my vehicle. But you have to take a moment to think and say, is it worth my life? I mean, it's a vehicle. I love my car, dude. But some things is you just have to think about it. Hey E, how are you? It can, you can work on all that stuff later. You can get it back. But once a life is taken, it's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can say because you're wrong. You took a life, you wrong. I couldn't say, well, I was angry because they took my car, so I did this and did that. But okay, I understand they took the car, but it wasn't, in the eyes of the law, it was not good to take somebody's life behind it, even though you're angry, and I'm quite sure whoever that person was, they was hurt that their family member was lost, but they have to, like, if it was something on the negligence of the firefighter, let the law and let God or whoever you serve deal with that. That's something they got to answer for. But I really truly believe that wasn't the case. I really believe the firefighter was really trying their best to do what they had to do at the time. I mean, we shall find out down the line. Okay. Oh, I'm doing okay, E. I'm hanging in there now. Antonio said, never lose hope. Hope can be one of the biggest motivators. Yeah, like we said, hope definitely like keeps you motivated, because you'll say, like me, I said I had a goal that I had set before they took my car. I was working on another situation, and I had to refocus myself on that situation and kind of like let the car situation be dealt with accordingly. And it was, a couple days, 4 or 5 days went past. My insurance company contacted me. The car was recovered, and then it's out of my hands. I went, did my part, took pictures, did my paperwork, and now it's out of my hands. It's in the insurance company hands. Whatever they decide to do, whether they total it, whether they fix it, it's just out of my control at this point. But at least I know that my car isn't just being driven around and no type of causing no type of harm to anybody or anything like that. So that's the good thing about that. But I wanted to lose hope, but I kept saying I'm gonna keep hope alive that it's recovered or something is going. I know something is going to be done either way. So, like Antonio said, that's like the biggest motivator, and that's what keep you going. That hope keeps you going. We're gonna use the example of school and college. Because I know we all out of school now. Hold on to hope. Oh, I know that's right, Miss Lee. Yes, hold on to it and definitely keep the faith. And Miss Lee always kept giving me encouraging and motivating words through that whole process. She always motivating me though, but but that definitely sometimes you need it, y'all. You definitely need it. If you know somebody, family or friends that's going through something, send them a word of encouragement. I know my father, and sometimes I don't answer it. I don't respond to it. My father sends me an inspirational quote to my phone every single day. God call him home. I'm definitely going to probably miss that motivational quote every morning that you get, or even at night, even if it's a good night quote. So, if you got time and you know somebody that's going through something, send them something encouraging or motivating. A lot of times people definitely need that. So with school or college, I know we just got out for the summer. Some of us got out for the summer. Some of us are getting ready to take the summer classes. You're going to feel like overwhelmed. It's like you feel like it's too much studying. I'm not grasping the assignment or the topic. Maybe this is not for me. But however, we can't give up or quit. That is definitely not an option. We must finish. And we are going to have days or moments where we don't where our faith is definitely tested, and we want to give up, but we must keep our heads up, and keep, like Ms. Lee say, holding on to hope and keep our faith going on, and definitely realize that giving up is not an option. We're going to have obstacles, and sometimes some things are a little bit easier for others, and some of us have to really fight through to get what we want or what our goals. And I don't mean physically fight, but you got to go through some challenges, some obstacles to get to where you are. But I look at that with these challenges and obstacles, it definitely make you appreciate things more. When you got to work for it, when you got to grind for it, hustle for it, you learn to appreciate it more rather than it was just given to you on a silver spoon. I know, as for me, okay, I can't speak for everybody else, but anything that I got to work for definitely allows me to appreciate and be grateful for it. Okay. Yeah, Miss Lee, you definitely you got to definitely keep the hope and the faith going. That just in life, period, y'all, because I'm telling you. So, like I say, so giving up on your education is not an option. You with college, you may say I need to take a couple semesters off, but get back to it. That education is like a big piece. At some point, get back to it. It's say we must not, must think of what life can be without education. Nothing that you work hard at is going to always be easy. We're going to have some turbulence, and we're going to have days we're weary, and we can't take a little if you can take a little rest, and then plan things to adjust around your education. But not pursuing the education is not an option. Okay. Can you think of a moment or time you had in school, and put it in the comments and or in college that you felt or feel that you were losing hope? Yeah, I know, Miss Lee, you definitely got faith without work is definitely dead. And what, if anything, did you do? Did it come a time you stopped school and or college? And did you come back, or are you planning to go back? Let us know. And I don't know if y'all recall when I first did, I think it was a summer success session or something like that last summer, and I had told y'all I had stopped. I finished school, but I had got pregnant with Camry when my first semester in college. I was at BCCC down there on Liberty Heights, and I tried my best to continue to go, but the pregnancy was wearing on me, and I had to stop. But it took me until she was like 7 years old to go back, and went back and got my bachelor's, took those credits from the associate's degree, got my bachelor's degree in human services. So I wanted her to see that despite me taking a break, because I wanted to be a mom to her until she was old enough to kind of do a little bit, be a little bit more independent. I wanted her to see that even though I did give up, I still went back to pursue it. It wasn't like I gave it and just never even looked back at it again. I went back and definitely pursued it and did get my bachelor's degree in human service management. So despite, because that's what I'm saying, things and situations are going to come up. And if you got to take a break, you do, but make sure you get back to it. Hey, blessed, happy thriving Thursday. Antonio said, I never thought you can make such an impactful session about not losing hope. Antonio, I know, but Antonio, it's like, right, you don't never think you can, but when you speak from the heart and from experience, it can become very impactful. Like I shared with y'all last week about that car and how I felt. And I had to be transparent about it because I'm just saying we leaders, we're in a leadership role. We got the leadership mindset, but we also are human. We have emotions, feelings. We cry, we bleed, we hurt, we all that. We happy, we surprised, excited, all those things we feel. And when certain things come up, a person can tell you what they wouldn't do, but 9 times out of 10, they'll do exactly what you did, if not worse. But so I only speak from because I felt like I was losing hope. I had got certain goals that I set out to do for this summer, and getting a car wasn't one of them. And not at all. That wasn't even in my plan. So that's why I'm saying things can come up that caused you to have to readjust your life. I know Q's godmother, I don't know if she's watching, but she had mentioned about her situation. Her daughter was like, I think in her late 30s. And her daughter had an aneurysm or went to sleep, didn't wake up. She had a little grandson, I think at the time he maybe between 2-3 years old, and she just had retired from work. She didn't know that she would have to be taking the role of like in a mother/grandmother role now that her grandchild doesn't have their mother anymore. They have their dad, but they don't have their mom. So, certain things are going to come up. And she made the statement to me when this situation with my car was saying that, some things happen. We don't know the reason for them. It doesn't mean that you can't get back to your goals, but whatever you may initially set out to do, it's not saying it's not meant for you. It just might mean it's not meant right now. Maybe at a later date, you can get back out and try, but don't just throw it to the side and don't revisit it, try to revisit it again. So, she was just a lot of encouraging words definitely stuck with me during this time. And I definitely needed them because y'all, I was pissed. I was angry. But I was, because I'm just saying, I don't bother nobody. I ain't perfect, but I ain't bothering nobody. I ain't trying out to hurt nobody or mislead or misjudge or do any of that. So I'm like, I just want to work, do what I got to do, be a mother, be a caretaker to my brother, try to work my businesses that I have. And that's it. I'm staying out the people way. Look, leave me along with it. So, if you have a time where you felt like that, definitely put it in the chat, shed some light on it, give us some feedback on what you did. I done shared a couple of mine, so I'm going to go on to the next slide. So even in life, like I just said, with life, we have certain events, certain situations that occur where we lose hope. Like I said, it could be from death of a loved one, relationships, friendships, when we making the wrong and right decisions, reacting before we thinking, allowing our emotions to control the way we are thinking, and different things that happen in life that can definitely cause us to lose hope. But that's just not even an option. We have to definitely, like Miss Lee was saying, keep the hope alive, definitely keep faith that things happen for a reason. We not always going to know why, but it happened for a reason. It might just put like a little hold up on what you got, set out to do, because I definitely, that wasn't in my plan, but whatever the reason was, it's a reason. We just might not know the reason. At the time, I wasn't trying to hear the reason, but things happen. Okay, sometimes things are for the good, sometimes for betterment. You just don't know. So definitely, if it's anyone that have any examples of life situations that cause you to lose hope, definitely put them in the chat. I can share another one that I had went through, and this was years ago. My mom been gone now, I think I told y'all, like 18 years now. And that was a time, I mean, losing your mother, that was like, I don't know if anybody else ever lost that. I think Miss Lee has. But that was a time where I felt like my whole world just collapsed. And I'm saying, why me? I've heard people that lost their mom and or those that are like a mother figure to them, but I just couldn't understand like why was it my mother? I was just for a while, and I know they say don't question God, but for a while until I just said, hey, it's the time where God wanted their child, his child back home with him. She had did her work here on earth. So she was needed, to go back with God. And then I look at, guess what? She's no longer suffering anymore. Prayerfully, she's in heaven. So it's just like those type of things. I had to look at it. But when it first happened, I was not trying to hear none of that. I just couldn't believe why that would happen to me. That's like the one person that loved me, was there for me, supported me when no other one was there. And, so so it's just like, when you got your parent or your mother there, definitely make sure you love on them. These days is just not promised. That firefighter, like you saying, somebody came, shot him. It's just, you just never know. It could have went with that car situation. It could have went to the left. I had just been in the house no longer than about 15, 30 minutes, something like that. No more than an hour. So it could have been a thing like Cam had told me that they could have came and ran up on you. And I had my brother who's disabled with me and try to carjack y'all or shot y'all and took the vehicle. So at least if they were watching you, they waited till you got in the house, then they took the vehicle versus you losing your life over it, and then they still take the vehicle. So sometimes you gotta look at other things. You don't be trying to hear it though when it first happened. Okay, but you gotta look at think of things in another way, and don't lose hope no matter what the situation may be. It's easy to say it's a process, and you don't, but definitely try to keep the faith, and like I said, keeping hope alive in any of these situations that we face, because life be lifing. It definitely be lifing. Miss Lee said, well, we're not to question God. He knows I still ask. He knows I still ask. And I'd be like, God, please forgive me. Miss Lee, I know, right? I'd be like, please forgive me. But I definitely be like, why? What's the reason? God, show me why. I don't even know if I be really wanting to know why, but I'll be asking. And I'll be like you said, I'll say, please forgive me. Yes. Hey, Eugene. I think that's Eugene. Is it? Or Antoine. That's Antoine. All right, so happy Thriving Thursday. So with leadership and hope, as leaders, having hope definitely is important as a leader, because as a leader, when you have hope, you definitely are less likely to panic in challenging situations, because having hope definitely is proactive, and it helps you to be able to face challenges. Okay, I ain't saying you're gonna get it right the first time, because I'm saying after a couple of days when I calmed down, I looked at it like they're definitely being hopeful, and it helps you to be able to deal with or how to react to certain situations. And with having hope, you you can analyze, you can identify the importance of different things that come your way, and you can come up with a solution as well. So sometimes you definitely need those outside people to provide insight, motivation, give you a word of advice when you're in those obstacles and certain life situations. You definitely be needing that encouragement or the motivation. Yeah, Miss Lee. Yup. At that time, I'll be wanting to know the react. I'll be wanting to know. Yup. So that's also with leadership and hope. Like I said, hope is for encouragement, and it helps you to celebrate the small steps towards your future goals. So any little steps you making towards any goals you may have, that's keeping hope alive, that I'm going to eventually get this, be able to complete this bigger goal, but I got to take the small steps to get to it. So they're maybe, and all the time you're taking them smaller steps, there's always going to be some hurdles and obstacles along the way. And as leaders, we are to influence, and we teach, and we serve as role models to teach people what we're going through. And like I said, this like Antonio said, this topic of hopelessness can, you can do like an impactful presentation because you speaking from experience and things that you actually went through. And I think experience sometimes can be the best teaching method because you can talk about from the beginning of the story to the middle and then how you came out and what you did as a solution on the end. So I feel like, having the hope and the experience to be able to share certain situations. And I think we go through certain situations so that we can be able to let people know, how to deal with certain things or what they could do to do things differently. Okay. So also there are 10 important leadership qualities gearing around hope. One of them is communication. So like, me coming telling y'all what I'm going through, and communicating, because if you don't speak and don't tell people and just being transparent with people, I ain't saying everybody is, good with sharing your information, but definitely if it's people that you feel that you can trust, and you'll feel it, you'll feel comfortable and at peace and a sense of calm that you can actually trust this person or these group of people, you definitely will want to communicate things to keep hope alive with that. Set a good example. Like I said, I could have been out here causing some type of crime. I did not do that. I had to calm down. I kept myself busy to try to keep my mind off of that situation. And also it's saying be ready to take on and give up responsibility. So, I had to be responsible. And then I had to also open my mouth. They say closed mouths don't get fed. I mean to say that by letting people know what I needed help in during these situations. So, it's hard for me to do. That was a hard thing, but I had to say, hey, I need to go get a rental. I need to go here. I need to fill out this. I need to do this. I need to do that. Me even putting a post on Facebook, letting people know I was communicating that. Look, I wanted to say more than what I said, but I made a professional post and I asked people to please share it. Thanking them, for sharing it and for supporting and motivating and encouraging me. Okay. Miss Lee said, sis, it was so hard for me when my mother left me my babies on December 5th of 96. I lost all hope. Who kept me going was God and my kids and now grandbaby. I know that's right, Miss Lee. Camry was too. And Camry was definitely my motivation when I lost my mom. So I understand. Antonio said, I feel like once you get your communication part perfect, you'll be set along the leadership path for a long while. Let me read it again. I feel like once you get your communication part perfect, you'll be set along the leadership path. I don't care. Leadership path for a long. Right. The communication is key. If you like feeling some type of way or you going through something and you don't want to talk about it, it could cause a person to think something is something else and it's really not that. So sometimes you gotta express yourself, telling people, and communicate. Let a person know what's going on. Be real. Try to be transparent as possible, because then a person can know exactly where you coming from. And also another one is motivation. Definitely trying to make sure you keep people motivated. You may or keeping yourself motivated. You have to stay busy. Try to redirect your attention to something else when you're going through these different obstacles and different situations and hurdles in life. And recognize and foster potential. You going through this is a reason, it's a purpose. We just might not know it. But recognize that you wasn't what they say, nothing is put on you that you can't bear. Okay, so you can get through this just like you got through other things. It may take a little bit longer now to reach your goal, but you'll be able to get through these obstacles and hurdles, even if you're taking one step at a time. Okay. Miss Lee said, no, I'm not that type of person by putting people in my business. I'm the type of person that's like, if don't invite anyone in my business, don't ask. So God said, don't put trust. I know what you mean, Miss Lee. Yep, that's what I said. If you can trust people, like you'll know who exactly you can trust with your information. So it has to be somebody that you can really trust. I feel comfortable sharing my information with y'all. I like to be transparent because if I lie, I can't remember. I like to be honest. But like Miss Lee said, you definitely have to trust who you telling your information in your business to. Okay. Sometimes you can do a journal where you keep it to yourself. That also helps. But as long as you're getting it out. Tolerating mistakes. Also know you're human. If you're working businesses and you're in school and you have your classmates, and things of that stuff, you have to realize it's definitely going to be some mistakes. We are not perfect. We are human beings, and we're going to make mistakes. Like, mistakes help us to grow, help us to learn, teach us different things, and things that we don't want to go back to those things. So that's another thing. Flexibility, we have to know as leaders, you definitely have to be flexible, be able to adjust and adapt to things accordingly. And like we say, set goals and expectations for yourself. And I notice when I'm starting to write my goals down and things that I'm expecting of myself, it kind of, like I said, the car situation came up, but it kind of give me a vision of where I'm headed and what direction I'm going in. Self-reflection. Sometimes reflect, on yourself. How am I doing? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are some things I need to adjust? I know somebody was saying they want to do better, have a better attitude when school start back up next in the fall. So those are type of things. And being authentic, being real. Just being real, being honest, being your true self. Trying not to get so much out of character, but life definitely will sometimes have you jump out of your character, especially today. Things, y'all, people will have you definitely get outside yourself. I'm just saying. So, did y'all also know there are 6 core elements to implement hope as a leader? I did not know. Okay, I found that out. Like Antonio said, going through this topic on hopelessness and not losing hope. So the first one would be when you're trying to implement hope as a leader, creating. Ms. Lee said, Melvin and I agree. Don't hold it in. That to me, your mind will be all over. I agree. Yeah, definitely don't hold it in. Try to put it down on. And I don't even know if they still got the diaries with the little key. I'm probably telling my age. Even if you got to put it in something like that, do that. Make sure you know where your key at. But those little things, just put it down on paper. Sometimes it helps you out. So this is ways to implement hope as a leader, creating and communicating a vision. What's your purpose? Where you see your business going, where you see, your group of friends or, your family members, where you want to see y'all at as far as your family relationship, friendships, your situationship, financial, whichever one you want to do, college, your education, your life in general, all the way across the board. Yeah, I ain't know, Kayla. So it said, as leaders, we'll get, we're role models. People are looking up to us. So we definitely have to provide direction and vision for people to follow. Leaders are considered goal-oriented, vision-oriented, and they use those visions to realize powerful results. Okay, so we take those goals and we take those visions to create results, and that's what we did. So even with the car situation, we take this and say, okay, I know one thing. I don't think if they total it out, I'm gonna be a little hurt, but it's understandable. But I guess what? I won't get another Honda or a Kia. I'm just saying. And now I will make sure that any car I get, I have a club on it. I'm just saying. So that's one thing that you could use like that. So and however, everything we have to realize is definitely a process. And as leaders, we constantly communicate our vision and use our goals as steps to achieve results in the vision. Okay, so we're gonna have certain goals and certain steps to create our vision that we be communicating to others. Okay. And also another one, here's the second one, building a sense of possibility, reaching your full potential. As leaders, we must determine why the goals we're trying to achieve is possible, but not guaranteed. You have to look at the internal factors, which could be your team, yourself, as well as the external factors, your environment. Okay, what's going on, like your audience and that type of thing. Okay. With setting goals, we definitely have to, when you setting goals, dream big, set goals, and make sure you take actions to complete those goals. Goals definitely help to generate hope. The goals push the organization towards that vision. And then the goals are given to focus on like opportunities, possibilities, and the potential. The goals represent a positive contribution and a positive energy, because you have something like a map that you can actually follow and go through the different steps in the direction that you want to go based on the vision that you have. It's in front of that radiator in his room. Also establishing relationships that provide energy. That you definitely have to make sure you stick around people and be in a mix of people that giving some type of good vibes and good energy, and trying to stay away from a lot of negative energy, because that can be actually draining and cause you to lose hope as well. Being open and caring are crucial to like mobilize and maintaining hope. Hope can definitely be influenced through the gift of presence. So definitely being in the presence, and by communicating positive expectations, or by showing confidence in people's ability to overcome difficulties. And hope is definitely deemed contagious. So if you can have hope, is definitely can be contagious to the people that's around you, or in your group, or at your school, in your class, in your family, in your circle of friends. So make sure you definitely keep the hope, and it shows that you definitely can overcome difficult and challenging situations. So also generate multiple pathways. Having as many goals definitely increases your likelihood of achieving the future, and it also allows us as leaders to show the team, or our group of people that we're dealing with, the actions that increase possibility, that provides hope. So if you got different goals that you have, and different pathways, and like, okay, if this one isn't working, then try a different situation. And with high hope, you become effective in producing alternative routes. So when you have a lot of hope, you also can give different ways, or different things, or different aspects to be able to like fulfill those goals that you set out, or those expectations. Okay. Another step. This is also develop a strategic patience. Okay. I had to really have a lot of patience in this process, and I'm still having patience in this process of my car being stolen. So you definitely had to have a lot of patience. People say have the patience of Job. I believe so. I take a lot. I deal with a lot. And I still be moving, y'all. So definitely have in this thing called hope, you definitely have to have patience. You have to be patient and waiting for or being during the process of hope. With being patient, it definitely shows you have the ability to focus without losing the commitment. Being persistent in hope also allows us to be patient and waiting for the arrival of the specific aspect, or the achieve expected vision. Okay, so definitely being patient no matter what obstacles come your way. Just know it's just something that may be a setback for a major comeback, is what they say. So don't get too discouraged, but definitely be patient. Things definitely will eventually work themselves out how it's supposed to work out. Okay. Definitely let me know if there's any questions or any concerns. Definitely put them in the chat, y'all. This is our last Thriving Thursday until September. So I'm definitely gonna miss you guys. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the summer though. Okay, for Youth Works. Okay, Miss Lee, we can get off in a few anyway. Okay, I know you'll watch the replay. All right, so make sure you have any questions or concerns. Y'all know I always like to leave with some quotes. So here's a quote. It says, a leader takes people where they want to go, but a great leader takes people where they don't want to go, but where they ought to be. So we have to realize, I know in my leadership role, I definitely with my team, my goal is to take them where they want to go, but me being the leader that I am, I'm gonna take them where they should be. So it's just a difference in the way you word and things with that as a leader. Also, here's another one here. Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far enough ahead to motivate them. So, put yourself sometime on a level with somebody else, and, thinking wise, and be, a sense of motivation. Like I said, Miss Lee definitely and others was definitely encouraging and supporting me and motivating me during that time and other times as well. But they were close enough to be able to relate to a lot of people in this situation, with this car situation. They were able to relate to me, but they was also able to motivate me, because it may have happened to them, or they may have experienced something similar. So that definitely touched home with me. And here's another one: when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where your power is. Okay, so I had to have some strong power, y'all. I had no control. No matter what I would have did, them people was already set to take that vehicle. So I had to control the way I responded. I was angry. I told y'all I was depressed. I was hurt. I was sad. I was all of it, and I was wondering why. But the power was to be able to control the way I react to the situation, and that shows a good leader. Okay. A person who, no matter how desperate the situation, gives others hope is definitely a true leader. So I know I always try to be encouraging and motivating and supportive, not a perfect person, but to others, and that definitely shows true leadership. So even if you might not consider yourself in a leadership role or a leader, I know if you constantly, find yourself, even with your friends, your family, or colleagues, or business partners and things of that sort, you always find yourself giving somebody encouraging and motivating and inspiring words, that definitely shows that you definitely is a true leader. Last quote, y'all, is it says the leader's role is to define reality, then give hope. So like I said, I like to always share with y'all the truth about what's going on in Miss Malvina's life, or what's going on in Miss Malvina's world, and also know that things will get better. It can be with any of us. We feel like we at the end of the road, or like we want to give up or throw in a towel, but that's definitely is not the answer to quit. We have to just keep on pressing on, keep on, like they say, pushing through, praying until something happens, and keeping the hope alive, keeping the faith, definitely setting goals and expectations for ourselves, visions that we might want to see ourselves being in the next year or two, or the next 6 months, the next 90 days, whatever time frame you put on yourself. If you can't let somebody know what's going on or what you're going through, definitely get yourself a journal. Like I said, or one of those diaries with the lock and key. Okay. You room cleaner, Antonio. I know that's right. I be doing that, watching people lives too. It keep me. That's what I be doing, watching the lives and doing stuff. I got stuff everywhere right now. I came in here from the store and jumped right on this session. So I already know how that go, Antonio. It's good. I do appreciate y'all coming on here. Let me put my email up in case y'all want to reach out. If I don't see some of y'all this summer, I hope y'all have a blessed and safe remainder of y'all week. Enjoy y'all Thriving Thursday. Be safe, be productive this summer, y'all. Set goals for yourself. Definitely put some expectations on yourself, positive ones. Put yourself in a vision. Give yourself vision of where you want to see yourself going when you go back to school or college in the fall, or the job that you're going to. Definitely, keep yourself focused, motivated, encouraging yourself. Encourage others along the way. If you see somebody falling short or something like that, don't try to beat the person down. Definitely just try to keep them motivated. Okay. We just don't know what people had to get through and get to get to where they at, and what obstacles and roadblocks have been along the way, because they definitely going to come. Even when we're trying to do the right thing, something is definitely going to be there to knock us 10 steps back. Okay. All right. So see y'all. Enjoy y'all Thriving Thursday. Love you all. Appreciate you all. All right. And y'all stay focused. I will see some of y'all this summer. I don't know what was going on. I will see some of y'all this summer, prayerfully for the youth works. If not, I'll see y'all when we come back in September. Love you all. All right. Have a wonderful and blessed, thankful Thursday, y'all, and the rest of y'all week, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful summer. Definitely make sure you save and budget this summer. Enjoy those vacations. If I don't see y'all at parties, the trips, be vigilant about your surroundings, y'all, because it's definitely dangerous out here. Make sure you stay safe. Okay. All right, y'all. So I will see y'all in the fall. All right. Have a wonderful and thankful Thursday, everybody. Love you all. But do y'all have any questions? Before I get off, do y'all have any questions, any concerns you want to ask before we get off? If not, I'll see y'all in the fall. Let me know. Here's the time. Got a couple seconds, couple minutes. Let me know. I'm gonna miss you all though.
Bye.
But But I'll see y'all in the fall. See some of y'all in a couple weeks.
Bye.
He goes, come on, bye. All right. See you, Mayel. See you, Kayla. Yeah. See you, Shane. See you, Antonio.
I say hi.
No, you need to eat.
I ate, Mom. Look, Mom. Look at the bowl.
Be safe, everybody. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your job for the summer. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your time.
Bye.
Keep hope alive. Don't give up. All right, y'all. No questions, no concerns. Let me know. All right. So I'll see y'all in the fall. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.